Hello.
Hello, how are
How's
you
it?
doing?
Uh, Good.
Good, good. What have you been up to since I last spoke to
Actually, I went to go to out. I went outside for with my friends to
you?
hang out.
How
Yeah,
exciting!
yeah. It was very exciting because after long I went there.
Yeah,
It's already four after the 4 months.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
So nice.
it's COVID-19 is that's why.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
what did you do with your friends?
I when this having a food and it's meetup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. I'm so jealous. I want to do that. It sounds
and
amazing.
and eventually I have completed my book of Elon Musk as well. It's significantly hard.
Ah,
It I think it took 1 month. Yeah,
oh, whoa.
yeah. It's an enormous book. It's a very it's a biography. It's totally enormous. Yeah, I
Yeah, it
read that.
sounds.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
What have you been up to?
I went for a picnic with my other half, and we just went to the lake by us. I don't have a dog. My parents have a dog, so I
Okay.
drove to their house
Okay.
and called the dog to my car so I could take him with us because I love him. So yeah, we just had a picnic by the lakes. It was really, really nice. It was beautiful. Yeah, nothing really, just a bit of paddleboarding and yeah, it's all really fun.
It's really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm just looking.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, continue. What were you going to say?
Yeah, so Lauren, last time you recommended me something about Johan Hari of
Yeah.
on TED Talk on YouTube videos on I watched that video on YouTube. It's about
Oh,
depression and addiction. So yeah, so we are gonna get into about depression today, and after next lessons are gonna get into addiction. So today, so we are gonna get into depression. So
okay. Sounds
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm
So
taking
yeah,
notes here.
okay, okay.
And then I'm going to put a note for next time addiction.
Yeah.
Amazing. You're good at this. So, what did you think of his talk and his ideas?
Yeah, his idea is very good, and it's the best part of it's the best part of the. I love two parts. It's the best part of the nine scientific ways he was telling about nine scientific ways of depression, of course, and about the professor of Columbia. Yeah, he said, and on the other hand, he said uh, it's I forget it, but yeah, it's a junk food. You know how to junk food is it's a make the people is physical sick and the mental sick as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I love that.
Yeah, so interesting.
Yeah,
My favorite thing is his approach because he seems so empathetic to everybody instead of he doesn't seem judgmental and he doesn't seem um, too scientific. He's very passionate and compassionate and empathetic, and I thought that was really special. That's why I like it. Um,
what do you think? What is the most effective causes of depression or anxiety for your perspective today
well,
nowadays? Yeah.
I agree with him. So I actually know a few people that struggle with depression, or they used to. I guess it's always there and it always will be, but I have seen that they improve hugely just by having a really good circle around them. So if they have supportive friends that will become like family to them, then they seem to improve a lot. To me, the main problem is having a very unstable upbringing. So if they come from a family that maybe isn't very supportive or makes them feel different or makes them feel judged, then it usually creates a problem.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
if you take that away from them and replace it with supportive people who are accepting, then it seems to really improve things for them. That's how I feel. I think it really comes down to your people around you.
Yeah.
How about you? What do you think?
I think the it's I would say it's comparison. People do compare among the other peoples. There's a uh, cause of most effective causes nowadays.
Yeah.
And people I read the book in Elon Musk. He was not a good in South Africa when he went there to the United States. But yeah, he was saying a lot of things in the books, and he was also saying about in the particular book about comparison. he don't want to be a Steve Jobs, like a Steve Jobs. He, because he has his own destiny, so he aspire to different things. So people compare, and
Yeah.
most of the parents
Yeah.
comparison, to compare of a child.
Yes. Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? There's a quote that it reminds me of, and it's comparison is the thief of joy.
Okay.
Is the thief of joy, and I really believe in that. Here we go. I can't remember who wrote this quote. I've heard it a lot, but I think it's completely true. You could be having an
Yeah.
amazing time and your life could be good, but if you're busy looking at Instagram, looking at somebody else going, but they look happy and they're successful, then you won't see your own
Yeah. Yeah.
benefits. You won't see your
Yeah,
own
actually, I
potential.
wanna tell something about my younger brother is who is 15 years old. He's studying high school. A couple of days back, higher secondary result came out, and he has got a good result. He has got a good marks. He grabbed it. But my uncle's, I mean, my uncle's son grabbed a good marks better than my brother. So he was comparing. He got depressed and he's getting rest. He was getting restless. And I said, you don't have to worry about that, because we have a couple of examples like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs. They quit the study in between them in a university, like Steve Jobs in Oxford University. So we have a couple of examples. So we should not comparison. Yeah, we should do not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah. And it makes me think of another thing that somebody said. What is it? If you compare all animals with their ability to swim, then you would believe all animals are stupid. So the idea is that some of us have strengths in other places that other people
yeah,
don't have. And sometimes when you sit an exam, it's not
yeah,
showing your
yeah, yeah.
strengths. So I think it's a difficult thing to
Yeah, I think
compare with.
everyone has a different destiny. So everyone has their own way,
Yeah,
on the way of on the different fact. I think this
yeah,
condition is more prevalent in adults and children than older people nowadays.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. I think it's partly because it's something that you go through. I think all people, when you're a child, you're in your bubble, you're happy. And then as you get older, you start to become very self-aware and you start looking at yourself and looking at other people. So it's partly age, but I think it's also because now children have technology to see
Yeah.
the world. So they're not just comparing to their friends, they're comparing to a rich child in America, or maybe they're comparing to another child in Saudi Arabia, or maybe they're comparing to somebody else again. So I think it makes the comparison even bigger for
Yeah.
them. So I think it must be really hard. It's a lot of
Yeah, it's a lot of
pressure.
pressure, and it's due to COVID-19. A lot of people's getting depressed nowadays because he's stuck at home and getting lose their jobs. So because a lot of
Yeah,
companies is fired them on employee because they don't have money. They are not getting running out of the business. So the problem is they
yeah,
compare their other people, another employee in the company. So they are getting depressed, and they are committing suicide as well.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I heard,
Yeah.
I read the newspaper and articles. Then a lot of people committing suicide due to COVID-19. Yeah,
Really, that's so sad. I didn't read about it, but I can imagine that would be really accurate because people are more isolated
yeah,
now, which is one of the biggest
yeah.
problems.
And
Oh, that's
it's
so
a
sad.
loneliness. Yeah,
Yeah, loneliness and feeling like your self-worth. A lot of the time we attach our self-worth to a physical thing like a
yeah.
job, and a job is so unstable. It's very sad that we attach our self-worth to something that can be taken away from us so easily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
Lauren, what do you
difficult.
think is what do you think is who's the happiest person in the world in your perspective?
Oh, the happiest person in the
Yeah,
world. Um, the happiest person. Ooh, that is so difficult. Do you know? I, see, in my world, in my
yeah,
circle, I would probably say that everyone I know is equally happy for different reasons. Um, one of the happiest people I can think of is probably my own dad. Um,
okay,
he's very wise. He is so wise. It's really nice, and I like to always follow his advice. But that doesn't mean that he never gets unhappy. And I think that's an unrealistic thing,
Yeah.
isn't it? When we imagine someone who feels happy, we think, well, they must be happy all the time. There's something
Yeah,
wrong
it's
with me because I'm not happy all
no,
the
yeah, it's
time.
outside
Uh,
is different, inside is totally different. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, but otherwise, I don't know. Do you have an answer? Do you think there is a
Yeah,
happiest
I think
person in the world?
in the particular India, a lot of people, families are united. They just live together. So that's the and they hang out with family. I think with the families, with the party with the families is so it's a good. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I think family is
yeah,
the biggest thing.
and
I think,
I think some people in getting the relationship, make a girlfriend or boyfriend. So I don't think so they can be happy, but quite a few people can be happy, but some relationships can be
yeah,
worse sometimes. It's just
yeah,
like
it
me.
depends.
It's not comfortable for me. I'm get up early in the morning and study all the time, and I'm aspire to a good job and make a good career. So it's not perfect, but I see my friends all the time. They are on the phone, and they are dating outside. So it can be it's inconvenient for us. Like, sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, I think yeah, family is the main thing, and I think that's why I'm happy because I'm very lucky that my family is so close, but so is my extended family. Like I have really good friends that I can trust, and it seems that everyone in our friendship circle are very happy people because we're all there for each other, very like supportive, loving friend group. And when I talk about family, I think of them as well. I don't just think about my sisters and my parents. I think about my best friends and my partner and his friends. I include all of them because I
Yeah,
think we all support
yeah.
each other. I think it's really
Yeah,
important.
that's why
Yeah.
like the families are totally united. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Whenever
Yeah,
we
it's
get
nice.
depression, we are getting restless and anxiety. Then they are really supported.
Yeah, yeah. It comes from, yeah, you're right, anxiety. So
Yeah,
fear, I guess. It comes from
yeah,
the fear of feeling
yeah,
alone or
yeah,
unsupported or
yeah.
unstable. Yeah, there's a book that talks about this, and it's called The Chimp
Sim
Paradox.
paradox.
Um, yeah, it's interesting. It's a long book. I listened to it as an
Okay,
audiobook. Um, I think it's by Professor Brian
okay, I will
somebody,
figure it out.
and he discusses the idea that a lot of our feelings are attached to very primitive emotions. So even though our world is very modern, we are still connected to the need for a group, a troop to look
Okay,
after us, and things like you know how, for example, if an animal is angry, it will show its emotion. Humans are taught to hide it and contain it, and that creates a lot of unhealthy habits because we don't show how we
okay.
feel a lot of the time. So this is a book that talks about sometimes it's important to let your chimp out. You need to express how you feel and be
Okay.
honest, and yeah,
I
it's
will
really
read that book
interesting.
because I wanted to read that kind of books. I have never read
Yeah.
that kind of book this before. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
really? Oh, there's some really good ones. I'll have a think what my favorite ones are. There are some incredible audiobooks. Well, or radio reading books or
yeah.
audiobooks, like psychology books that I think makes them very
Yeah. So
interesting.
Lawrence, so
Um,
your clock is running because my yeah clock is.
yeah, I know. If you have any last questions, feel free to ask, and we can try and
I
squeeze
don't
them
have
in.
any questions, but I will ask
Okay,
after
good.
another lesson. Yeah,
Okay, so next time we'll go into
yeah.
addiction. Perfect. Okay, we'll do that. I feel like I had something else that I wanted to. Oh, have you read? What are there any books that you can recommend that you like?
Okay, actually, I would like to read a Catch 22. Have you read the Catch 22? Catch 22, Joseph Heller.
I haven't, but I
Yeah,
know it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.